Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 38 of the Board Game Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Ayub.
Hello.
So, Ayub, what card have you drawn from the deck of life this week?
What card? King of Hearts.
King of Hearts, man. You are a king, and you know that.
I'm trying, man.
We're both super excited about today's episode. We're going to be talking about our most anticipated games for the year of 2025. We know we're a little bit late, but you're going to see our hype and you're going to be super excited with us.
Also, realistically speaking, a lot of games haven't been announced before recently. So we're also just waiting so we actually have a proper choice of picking good picks and not just the first announcements.
And trust us, there are some very good picks here.
Definitely.
We have not spoken to each other about anything. We know nothing about each other's list. This is going to be super exciting.
Yeah.
Before we get into action, of course, we need to talk about the games we've been playing. I will be talking about Stardew Valley, and Ayub will be talking about Architects of Amethyst.
Exactly.
Yes. Ayub, take it away.
All right. Talking about King of Hearts. The King of Babylon wishes to present the most beautiful city to his spouse, Queen Amethyst. He commands you, his best architects, to bring this project to fruition. So, what is this game? This game is a little tile-laying game. It's a two-player only game, and you'll have this board with a stack of 5 tiles in 9 positions, kind of like a tic-tac-toe board. On your turn, you will take one of your architects, which is just a little meeple, and place it on top of one of those stacks, taking that tile, place it on your own board, and then you start building up. The cool thing is that, we'll get to some of the cool things afterwards. Each player has 4 architects, which is your workers. I'm just going to call them workers from now on, that you place. And then each tile you can take has has a type. So one of the 6 types of buildings, a color, one of the different colors in the game. And then you're also thinking about something else. So when you take this tile, first of all, you look at the building, and the building will score for something specific. On top of that, you have these project cards you're trying to fulfill. So, for example, have 3 purple in a row. So now you have to think, well, I do want the building that scores for this, but I'm also trying to get a purple tile. And then the third thing you're thinking about is you are actually playing tic-tac-toe on this. Whenever you have 3 in a row, like tic-tac-toe, and that could be diagonally, horizontally, or vertically, you get to place a disc on a scoring condition. So, okay, I want this card, I want this tile because it scores for this, but I also want this tile because it has this color for my thing, but I also want to place here so I can get a new scoring condition. I think that's so cool. The game in itself is quite simple. Just place, take a tile, get some points. But the decisions just from those things, I think it's really, really, really cool. Let's take a look at what some of the building scores for. I will also mention that these 6 buildings have an A and a B side, so you play the same. So if we get tired of the building scores on the easy way, then we can flip it up for another game. So first of all, we have the gardens. The gardens, they score for the same for each stack that has the same amount of tiles. So when you take a tile, you can also stack it on your own board. So if I place my garden on top of another tile, that is a 2 stack. Then I look at my board, how many 2 stacks do I have, and I get a point for all my 2 stacks. So you don't want to take a garden if you're planning to place it on a higher level, and that's the only one on that level at the moment. Then you have markets. Market scores 2 points for each tile in the same color. So you'll also want to be strategic and take a market at a time where you already have a lot of, let's say, blue tiles, if you take a blue market. You have walls. Walls score for the outside. You have palaces. Palaces give 1 point for each palace and let you take a new scoring. Those, I should remember their name, man. Those little cards that scores you for how the colors look. They are called projects. So, for example, you might have a project that says in a square have 2 oranges and 2 blues. So the palaces let you get a new of these project cards, and there's 3 in the middle. Then you have other buildings as well. I'm not going to go too much into all of them, but you can see that you will sometimes, okay, I don't have any more projects. I do want a project, so I can take this palace here. Is there a palace in my color? There is, but then I'm making it super easy for Nick to get tic-tac-toe 3 in a row on the board. It's a 2-player only game, so there's only one opponent to think about. When you get that 3 in a row, the tic-tac-toe, you put a favor disc out, and the things you can score for are stacks. So each one-level stack you have is 3 points. That's the first. You can say, I will score for this favor. Or 2, 3, and 4, and they score in different amount of points. For corners, for completed project cards, I tried to do that one game and say, you know what, I'm going to try and get a lot of project cards, not care too much about the buildings. Not a good idea in that game because I couldn't make it fit. So, yeah. The game takes about 20, 30 minutes, so it's not a long game.
Okay.
All of the stacks you're taking from have 5 tiles each, and once 2 stacks are completely empty, you finish the current round and then the game is over. So that is Architects of Amethyst. Have you heard anything about this game?
Yes, I actually saw it on Board Game Arena. I tried learning it there and playing it, but I was invited to a game of Ark Nova and completely forgot about it afterwards. Yeah. I then saw it coming in the house one day, and I'm like, this looks cool. And then I went online and actually saw, I think it was a girl from Dice Tower that made a review called Tic Tac Whoa. Was it Wendy? Maybe it was Wendy. I don't remember. It seemed cool. It seemed like something that I would not normally be fully on board with, just because of the simple nature and the 2-player only game. But I can definitely see being like our dessert or like something small. We're waiting for some people.
Yes.
We're only 2 of us. Let's try and give it a go. I would definitely like to try it, just to say that I've also played it and seen it. It looks good. I as a young boy back in the day, I actually loved playing tic-tac-toe in the most weird places. You know, in the walls, we would grab those charcoals and we would play tic-tac-toe there. So if it reminds me even of that a little bit, I would be happy to give it a go for sure.
Yeah, and it works perfectly for what you said. I was having a 3-player game or something the other day, and one person came 1 hour before the other one and said, hey, you want to try this game? That came in the house, and we played that, and we still had 10 minutes left, you know. So perfect, man. Colorful, simple rules, but still some decisions to be made. I really love that. So that's the Architects of Amethyst.
Cool.
And it came actually the same day
as
the game you're talking about.
Exactly. Stardew Valley. It was actually a very spontaneous buy. I saw somebody on... I wanted the game for a long time, and I saw somebody on Board Game Geek selling it, and I told, hey, Ayub, this person selling it for X money. And he was like, hey, I'm getting this game, and I found it for X minus $20 money. Click buy.
Yes.
And then here it is. A little bit of a rundown. Stardew Valley was originally an indie, relaxing video game that back in COVID days, your boy Nick, streaming as an amateur Twitch streamer, played a lot. The concept is you inherit a farm from your grandfather and you try to grow that farm over the course of some years. The board game imitates the video game very well, in the essence that you play through an entire year, and each year consists of 4 seasons. Each season will give you 4 rounds, and each round you will perform 2 actions on your farm. The way this works is that it's a cooperative game, and it plays 1 to 4 players. It's actually designed by the designer of the video game, plus another person that designed the board game, so they work together on this. And it's a really, really, really good simulation of the video game. The way it plays full cooperatively is that on your turn, you will take 1 or 2 actions around the whole village, and those actions can be anything that you would normally do on a farm. You can go fishing. You can build buildings. You can go and visit the wizard to get epic items. You can go to the mines and try and find something there. You can try and restore the community center. You can find fossils to put into the museum. Exactly what you were doing in the video game. The main resources in this game is gold and heart tokens. In the game, you are trying to make as many friends as possible through a deck of cards that comes out, and you befriend them by giving them gifts that you find. And then you can use those heart tokens to actually reveal all the goals you need to complete in the community center. By no means is what I'm saying a playthrough or a tutorial of the game. I'm just giving you an overview because even though it's a very relaxing and chill game, there's actually quite a few and it's pretty engaged for me to just give you the whole game. The main idea is you will take 1 or 2 actions in 1 or 2 areas. If you move through areas, you will also forward something on the way. Every player is fully asymmetrical with his own deck of cards that he builds upgrades from. You can be a forager, you can be a fisherman, you can be a miner. There's all sort of different things that you can be. And you have to complete all the goals that your grandpa left for you. You have 4 goals to complete and they scale with player count. And you also have to fulfill all the community center goals that you reveal slowly by paying hearts. The game is pretty engaged. You can go fishing, and that's a mini game you can play with some dice rolling. You can go to the mines, another small mini game. You can acquire friends, you can acquire items. You can build buildings, as I said. You can create animals and then breed them to get more food products from them or more animals. It's pretty nice. It's pretty chill. I've played it for the amount of time I have it. I played it way more than I should have. And having played the video game a ton and watching a ton of playthroughs while waiting for the game, I think that is something that I will keep in my collection for a long time. But let's hear from somebody that haven't played the video game. Ayub, we tried it together as a co-op. How did you like that? How do you find it?
Yeah, I like the nature of it in general. This is our co-op year. We've been saying that a few times, and this was definitely one of the good ones. There is a lot of planning in a good way. It didn't feel like one person would or could quarterback too much, because it's also about there are more good options and you talk about which one you prefer to do. And then it's like maybe you want to make sure you are close to each other or pass something. So if one does something, maybe the other one has to do something a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
I didn't get necessarily some like crazy feelings or like, I made this cool combo, I built this, or it's not that type of game to begin with. It was cool. It was nice. I wonder how it feels after more and more plays. You can maybe say a little bit about that.
Yeah.
If it feels different enough.
Yeah, there are many Grand Pause goals. There are 8 of them, and you only use 4 each game. And then if you're talking about the community center, there are just so many different things that happen in there. Also, all the decks are huge. Event, mining events, epic items, and friends. All these decks are huge, unique. Even the seasons, when they come out, there will be an event happening each season, and even that deck is like huge. There are like 20, 25 of each, and there are some festivals in it as well. The only thing I will note is that many people will come and would want to play this from the video game, and that video game gave you the sense of being super chill and super relaxing and doing everything on your own pace. The board game is not that chill.
Yeah.
You need to hurry up a little bit. You don't have all the time in the world. There are many variants online that let you enjoy it that way. But as the game is, you have to stress out a little bit if you want to get everything done. If you don't care about getting everything done, you just want to chill and go around and explore, you can definitely do it. But you're not going to quote-unquote win the game that way. So that's the only big difference, that the video game was super chill. I was just going around, today I don't feel like doing anything. I just want to lay in my bed. No, in the board game, you have to take full advantage of your 2 actions, and if you can maximize them, then good, because you would have to. Whenever I play a co-op game and I see that one option is not necessarily the best, I call it a decision point. So I would say, for example, if I'm co-oping with someone, I'll say, this is a decision point, there's no best move. And I find myself saying that a lot in this game, which means I did not know what the best move was, which is something that I usually enjoy in a board game, when 2 options can both be good, but you can't really evaluate them before you actually take them. And that happened quite a few times.
Yeah.
Of course, there's dice involved with some mitigation, and that's, of course, the reason that happened most of the time. But it's still something interesting not to be able to quarterback everybody and see everything in the result.
Calculate everything.
Exactly, calculate. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah, so in that sense, I really liked it, and it's definitely...
How is it compared solo to multiplayer?
I think I liked the 2-player version a lot, but I think that... I don't know if it's designed to be solo, but it felt really chill playing solo,
Okay.
I did like the 2... I would never go above 2 players, never, ever, ever, ever. But I feel like 2 players and solo is perfectly good. And when I say solo, I mean true solo, not two-handed. But I would definitely find it as something that you can definitely play two-handed without much difficulty, not much upkeep, not something too crazy.
Yeah. So you could play 2-player solo, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 2-player solo or 2-player would be perfect for me. Sweet spot. Yeah.
All right, cool. That was some of the games we played recently, and we got to get to it then.
Yeah. I feel like I rushed through this just because of how hyped I am to talk about our most anticipated games.
Yes.
All right.
I'll say a few things real quick.
Perfect.
We have not added expansions.
Mm-hmm.
We only added new games. We also didn't add reprints unless... Maybe, well, I think we still didn't add reprints, but if it would have to be something that drastically changed the game so it actually feels like a different game.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a Patreon episode where we talk about some expansions, reprint stuff we are excited about.
Exactly.
In a particular order.
Yeah.
And then we are going for the year of release on BGG.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Although you might have heard your
Yes.
best friend say this game comes out in March or whatever.
For those of you who take our podcast competitively and bet real money on it, I'm not gonna say Terraforming Mars Legacy as my number one because it's 2026 for now, so don't worry about it.
It's out. All right.
I have
question.
one small caveat.
Yeah.
I did include a game that is a standalone expansion
Okay.
of an already existing game, but you don't need the base game. You need this game as a standalone. So if you see it in there and say, hey, Nick cheated, just keep in mind it's a different game than the other one. It's
Yeah.
just a... I
Cool.
don't know if you can combine them. We'll see.
All right. We'll see what the fuss about. Big question now.
Yeah.
How many
Oh,
crossovers?
man. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think I have my number, though.
All right.
My list changed like every day.
Yeah.
A total of 51 games passed through this list.
Oh, okay.
Just to come down to the last 19 and fight
Yeah.
claws and tooth and the crazy
I
stuff.
think I was around 30.
Yeah. So many games coming out that seem good.
All right.
That was my number.
3, 2, 1, 3. Oh,
Oh.
this is the lowest we ever guessed.
Damn. All right.
Three.
I was even considering 4, but I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
All right. Who should go first? You want me to start?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead, man. Good luck.
All right. My number 10 is in the 10th spot just because it's not a genre I usually have played a lot. I played one lighter game in the genre and one heavier game in the genre, and I liked the heavy game quite a bit. I was over hyped before with the light one, and it is Tent. Tent is the name of the game, T-E-N-D,
Okay.
by the designer Max Anderson, Zach Dixon, Austin Harrison, and Toby Samel. Publisher Ivy Studio Games. It's a huge flip and write.
Yes.
It's like sandboxy almost. Huge. Kind of like I thought about Hadrian's Wall.
Hadrian's Wall,
When
yeah.
You have two sheets. One sheet is where you can do a lot of different actions. Another sheet is like you make achievements and score points. You'll flip some cards every round, and these are the action you're actually allowed to do. So you can't plan too much. Because if you want to say, I'm going to do this, and the next round that action is not available. I like that. I like that. It's interesting. The actions are, you can fish, you can chop wood, you can dig in the mine, you can make fences for animals, you can make crops. There's so much stuff you can do. And you don't actually get resources. You have to spend them when you get them. And I like that part as well. We were trying to see, okay, how can I kind of combo off? And I even saw that when you chop wood, you actually use a coin and scrap, like from a scrap, to see what you get.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
it
it sounds
fun?
cool.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it will fit me, but it sounds very cool on paper. So my number 10 is Tent.
Yeah, okay, it sounds cool. I think I saw it and I disregarded it immediately because the first comment I heard, the person describing, this is like a more advanced version of Silver and Gold.
Oh,
And I think I'm way over Silver and Gold by now.
Okay.
I enjoyed Silver and Gold. I played the new game Pyramids a lot, but it didn't click with me. So I think having heard that and preparing for the episode, I just click,
Yeah.
skip to the next game.
also have to see a lot. I think that person
Yeah.
Oh, is way more than that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it sounds interesting. I love Hadrian's Wall, is no secret, so we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Right, my number 2 game. I'm going to start crazy here. I'm going to go to our beloved Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with designers that I've never heard of, publishers that I can't even pronounce.
Okay.
But the English names would be the designers are called Bunerol and Numakuro.
All right.
And
Good
then the
job.
publisher is Dice Studio.
Mhm.
And the game is called Strategy 5. Strategy 5 is a game where you draft a basketball team as a manager and you take it all the way through the championship and the playoffs, and you try to win. It is in essence an open drafting game where you draft basketball players into your team. Then you create a team of basketball players, and based on their cost and stats, you fight, aka play matches against other players. And then at the end, there's like again a drafting phase where your players get like an age token, and then if they get to a specific age, they retire, and then you can have them for open drafting and so on and so forth. It's in very early stages of development,
Yeah.
but as I see here, it says 2025 as a release date.
Yeah.
So I also researched a little bit about the publisher, and they were in Essen last year.
Okay.
So if I see this game at Essen, a game about being a manager in a basketball team, man, sign me up. That's
All right.
exciting.
That sounds cool. And Japan in general do have some nice
Exactly.
different designs that can surprise us.
So yeah, my number 5 strategy game, if I could say a negative of the game, just so I can also say something out, is that you require at least 3 players to play.
Okay.
Which is something that I don't usually go for.
Yeah.
I need my players to be played in 2 players.
All right. So
my number 10, strategy 5.
Forced to play with me. All right. Cool. And of course, I mean, if you haven't already figured it out, we can go super much in depth about all the games because they're not out. We haven't played them and all of that stuff.
We have not.
My number 9, there is very, very little info about.
Okay.
Because they said that the info was leaked, but we don't know if it's leaked or if it's like a good way to promote
Interesting.
it first. And it's supposedly coming out at the end of this year, and it is Sims, the board game.
Sims?
I have
like the video game Sims.
And I have a girlfriend who's a huge fan of it. And when I was researching and I showed her, and she was like, "We're getting this," and just her hype also affecting me a bit. Knowing a bit about the latest time where I seen how video games has become board games, there's really, really little info about it.
Yeah, I can't find anything, man.
Just kind of were hyped. So yeah, there's not much, but I'm just interested in seeing how this will be, man. Are you going around? Are you making families going to job? What is this? So my number 9 by Goliath Games, Sims.
All right, man. I mean, sure. Yeah, that sounds unique.
Yeah.
All right. My number 9 is My Cheat. Is the game that I mentioned that is like a standalone expansion of a game that already exists. It does seem to improve on the base game, which I already liked a lot.
Okay.
And it is Above and Below Haunted.
Oh.
It is a new version of Above and Below. We now have playthroughs online. We know exactly how it plays. The new mechanism is ghosts. Whenever you take an action, a possible reward can be a ghost. And whenever you take a ghost, it gives you like something like a benefit. But if you have ghosts by the end of the game, you get negative points.
Okay.
So many actions allow you to give the ghost that you have used already to your opponent. So it is this interactive thing with the ghosts.
I like that.
Yeah, they also said that they fixed the storybook, so now it's not as swingy as the original Above and Below storybook. If you don't know, Above and Below was a game where you explored and then you read a book, and based on the so that is very exciting as well. They kept the whole thing where you have your workers. They can be either craftsmen or recruiters, and you blah blah blah. I think I like Above and Below. I just needed something to move it to the top. And you know what my number 1 problem was with it? It ended too short at 7 rounds. Above and Below Haunted has a mod where you can play 8 rounds as a long game. So it seems to be fixing a lot of the problems I personally had with the base game.
And could you combine those 2 games?
I don't know. I tried to find information about that, look through the BGG forums. A few people didn't say. I did find the rulebook, but I couldn't translate it to English, so I just I abandoned the project.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, the workers seem pretty compatible, so you can just mix and match, even with the near and far ones.
Okay,
Apart from that, we'll see it. Yeah, I'm count me excited, man.
Will Above and Below come down from the shelf?
Let's go.
Shelf now, maybe.
Yeah, it is on the shelf for now.
All right.
Cool pick. My number 9, Above and Below Haunted.
My number 8 is a game that I thought first would come out last year, but it's coming out this year instead, hopefully. And it is Raz. It is designers. Oh man, I'm gonna butcher a lot of names today. Mihir Shah and Charlene Halaka, and it is published by Arcane Wonders. And it is a game about dancers. And I mean, I'm a dancer, so I had to be a little bit interested.
Sorry, what was the name again?
Raz, R-A-A-S.
R-A-A-S. Cool.
Cool thing, it looks stunning, and it has a wheel similar to Sulkin. So you have this wheel in the middle that you can turn around, and all the other wheels turn around. And then it is a dice drafting game.
We like that.
There are, on all the small wheels, there are dice, and you can also turn the wheel inside the wheel, if that makes sense. So the dice will point at a different color inside of the smaller wheel. You're trying to match tempos. You know, they're dancing in different tempos. You're trying to match styles. What I'm guessing is values and colors of dice. It looks like it's a brain burner with simple rules, and I often tend to like that.
Okay.
Finding a cool way to rotate and get something and get points into that. I'm very interested. It is also, Arcane Wonders has a lot of games that I like Aquatica, Comic Hunters, and so on and so forth. So my number 8 is Raz.
All right. Raz, A Dance of Love, if I might add.
Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah, that sounded cool. All right. My number 8, small story time, of course, as always with me. Terraforming Mars is the best game ever created. Nobody doubts that. I had a friend that knew me very well and said, "Hey, Nick, I have a game that will beat Terraforming Mars for you. I guarantee it." And he was almost right. That game got my top 20s after a few plays.
Yeah.
And now that game has a sequel.
Oh.
The game I'm talking about is Revive, and the sequel is called Recall. A game coming in 2025, promised to be the sequel from the same designer, same publishers as Revive. It is a civilization exploration game. You do something like an action retrieval where you place your actions and then you take them back and you do like a whole thingy. You can either use a key card to activate an action box on your turn, or you can recall and take all the resources back from your key cards. The concept sounds interesting. The cover is stunning. Stunning. It's very beautiful.
I found it here is the eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
And I don't know. It seems like something that I would like, since that, I've played Revive like 3 times solo and 2 times normal, and I fell in love with it immediately.
Yeah.
And if this is improving on Revive, then it can only get better from there. 1 to 4 players, 90 minutes play times, ages 14 plus. Check. Everything is checking for me. My number 8 is Recall. The only reason it's not higher is because I don't know much about it besides the base mechanisms, and because I haven't visited Revive in over 6 months. So my number 8, Recall.
Yeah, 14 unique tribes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't hear about this.
Oh, no, yeah. I was betting as one of crossovers. No.
Nice. All right. I need to look more into that once more info also come out. Recall. Yep. All right. We're going to number 7 now.
Let's do it.
Number 7, I went up and down with like whether I thought, man, hype, or I thought, it is technically out now, so it is viable.
Okay.
It's not necessarily super easy to get. I think maybe in the States it might be probably out.
Okay.
And it is Deep Regrets. I know you heard about it as well.
Of course, yeah.
I'm like, is it too light? Is it too heavy? Is not heavy, sorry. Is it too weird?
Yeah.
But I kind of like the theme a lot. Yeah. I like the way it looks. I like the thing of you getting madness and getting these cast regrets. I hope it's not... Well, it's definitely something I want to try, like without a doubt. It looks like a blast, but I don't know if it's something I necessarily would own. But it does look really cool, and I do like the fair fish, the normal, and then you have these weird fish.
Once again, fish. The last 2 years, the video game to board game genre has evolved, and Dredge is also one of the video games that I freakishly love. So when I saw Deep Regrets, I remember seeing it when I was still at the other house. I was like super excited. Yeah. In our old room with Chris was super hyped. And then I saw a playthrough. Man, nope.
You don't like? I saw a bit of something.
I don't think it's what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really love Dredge.
Yeah.
But no, in my original drafting of this list, it was very high. But then when I saw the playthrough, I'm like, nope, this is not what I want from this game, man.
Because I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Because of my unsureness, that's why it's at 7.
No,
but
fair, very fair.
But fair or fall. You know, what fish.
And the theme is also
very cool,
very cool.
And I do like it. I like the dice. I like the artwork.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things, cool things about it. Yeah. So designer Judson Cohen, artist Judson Cohen. He I think he made everything himself.
What a goat.
And then the Tactics Games are the publisher along with some other ones. Deep Regrets, my number 7.
Awesome. My number 7 is the only game in the list that I've actually played. And I did it just because I saw the game. I was extremely hyped. I'm like, damn, this looks good. And then I saw that it exists in Board Game Arena.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I'll play it.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. It is called Crafting the Cosmos.
Okay.
It is a game about exploring outer space. It has a very interesting mechanism. I don't know if you've looked at it at all.
No.
There is these little marbles. And your first thing you do in your turn is you move these marbles around in this 4 grid. Yeah. And where they land, you have a color marble that's your own and then some neutral marbles. Where your colored marble is, you take the action to the left. And where the marbles of the neutral color are, you take the resources from the right.
That sounds cool.
Based on the action and the resources you have, you can do a gajillion stuff.
Okay.
And that was very interesting. Of course, I got crushed in the game, obviously, when I played first time Board Game Arena. But after the game, I actually had a talk with the person. And guess what? He was part of the playtesting team. So he talked to me a lot about the game. I learned a lot of the back and forth, and it was very, very interesting. I think that when I first saw the cover and it looked like this, sci-fi terraforming Mars looking game, I was like, insta buy. Then when I saw it seemed weird, but then when I played it, very, very satisfying.
Okay.
I think I'm going to like it. My number 7, Crafting the Cosmos.
Yeah, I think I saw that weight was low, score so far isn't that high, and then I kind of like what you talked about earlier with 10, I just disregarded it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. If you like it, I'll definitely have a look into it. Nice. All right. Now the top 6, I think, is all games that I'll probably buy,
all right, let's see what's coming in the house.
So
hopefully some crossovers. So I don't have to buy them.
These games, I think, are all
right.
Very interesting.
I have hopes for 2 of them, I think.
The first one is like not a reprint of a game, but like a new version of a game. Similar maybe to what you said, and it is La Patissiere Rococo. It is the newer Rococo game coming out later this year.
Okay.
Instead of making dresses, you're making pastries. And it looked like they updated a lot of the small things, but you still have the main mechanisms, the deck building-ish thing where you buy cards, you look through all your deck, you pick which workers you're going to use that turn, and so on and so forth. I really liked the old Rococo, so I'm looking forward to this.
Is it Rococo with another theme, or is there new stuff in it?
There is also some new stuff. It's like different ways how they made it. You have like small tracks for some of your like bread resources and the way you buy stuff. So it's not just themed. It's also, let's say, rebalanced, and you have more cards and stuff like this. So it will feel, I'm guessing, a lot like Rococo, but also I hope there will be the tweaks where I'm like, oh man, this is...
Is Rococo still here in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
Right behind you.
It's looking at me, man. Those dresses are looking at me.
So
Rococo was a cool game.
Yeah.
I've only played it once.
So I'm hoping this will...
Yeah. And definitely sweets are better than dresses, in my opinion, for my taste. So it might even be better than Rococo.
It looks better in many ways. Yeah. So my number 6, La Patissiere Rococo. And it is, of course, Eagle Gryphon game. And Stefan Miles and Louis Miles, I think they're brothers, are the designers.
Sounds cool. My number 6 game, this designer, I think it's my most... I don't know how to place this designer. There are some games of his I love and some games of him I hate. And this mechanism that the number 6 game has, the 2 games I've played from him that had that mechanism, I didn't like that much. But I really want to love the mechanism. It seems so crazy good. But recently he made a game that I really loved. So he went up in my...
Okay.
I'm talking about John DeClaire.
Okay.
And his new game, Unstoppable.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a new take on the Edge of Darkness Mystic Veil genre, where you craft your cards, but the theme is superheroes.
That's nice.
That's very hype. He said, and I'm kind of quoting him, that he improved on those games, and this is like his superior version of the game. If you've played those games, what you do is you have like a card that is like blank in some of its areas, yes, and then you put another card in it and complete it. And that card becomes a part of your deck, but also potentially your enemy that you have to defeat. There are many different scenarios, many ways to play. It's a 1 or 2 player game only, which is exciting when I hear something like that, of course. I think it promises to be what Edge of Darkness and Mystic Veil were not for me.
Okay.
And after his latest Mistborn game, I'm really praising that this will be exciting, and I'm really, really hyped. My number 6, Unstoppable. I watched half a playthrough, and the reason I stopped was not because I didn't like it, it's because I didn't want to spoil anything else.
Okay, cool.
But from what I watched, it looked a lot like Edge of Darkness in the beginning, but then as he started playing, it became more apparent, and the theme came to life, and it was more exciting. They are saying that the price is going to be a bit stingy on this one, so we'll see if it'll come in the collection. But
all right.
And that was the other game I hoped we cross over in, so we'll see.
Wait, what do you mean the other one? You said 4?
I said 3.
Oh, it's 3. Yeah, you thought about 4. 3, and I said 2.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we will cross over at all. Well, it's been a popular trend that once a game is out and is famous or good or whatever, we see different versions of the games. For example, Terraforming Mars has the Dice game, has Eric's Expedition and stuff like that. And this is not at all Terraforming Mars, but it is a game that I already really like, that it's getting a dual version, and it is Furnace Duel. Furnace Duels looks very cool. I really like the general idea of Furnace, where you had the, you're bidding for things, and when you're losing the bid, you actually get to gain resources on that card. Here instead, you get to take actions on a map, and depending on the disc you lost with, you get to take multiple action from this other map. So it sounds like they changed some of the thing to actually work also for a 2-player game. So Furnace Duel sounds cool to me. My number 5.
All right. My number 4 is a new version of a game, and it is a new version of a game that you recently played and completed. And it is from the one and only Matt Leacock, designer of Pandemic himself, and it is the Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship, like Pandemic Legacy reskin, basically. Man, some YouTubers already have the first chapter out, and I watched through it. Man, it looks so freakishly cool and so innovative based on the normal Pandemic Legacy, which I already loved.
Yeah.
So I hear Legacy, I hear Lord of the Rings, I hear a reskin of one of my favorite Legacy games. Sign me up every day, all day. You are controlling 2 characters, you're moving around the map, all the map is revealed like Pandemic Legacy Season 1, but the cards you have in your hand, they are used differently than they are in the original Pandemic Legacy. You use them to move, you use them to fight, you use them to do different abilities, and then you recruit some units. Frodo is trying to avoid the different Nazguls attacking him. It's pretty cool. It follows the story of the Fellowship. Really liked it. Many, many different characters. My number 5, Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship.
Cool. Yeah, my girlfriend is also excited about that one, and she's also a huge Lord of the Rings fans and enjoyed the Pandemic playthrough we did. So we still have to finish the season 2.
We have to start, you mean? Not finish. We haven't even started on that one.
Unpacked here.
Yeah.
All right. My number 4 is by a Rio Grande Games by designer Donald X. Vaccarino, and it is Moon Colony Bloodbath.
Yeah.
I like the idea in general. We also see it in games like Galaxy Trucker that you're just trying to survive, man. And that's one of the way. Probably the many first time you play this game, you'll be winning by being the last one standing. You each have like a deck of cards, and then there is a common deck, and that will flip. And either you will have a round where you need to do actions where you can build up new cards and stuff, or you will get like a bad thing happening where for each building you had, maybe you lose 2 of your crews and stuff like that. It sounds like a interesting, high-intensity card game that you will play in like no time. Super cool, and probably also, the game will be here like tomorrow or something, so I hope you will try that. So that's my number 4.
What? It'll be here tomorrow? What do you mean?
I bought it already.
You bought it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so
what?
I saw it in the shops, and then I was like, should have been here yesterday.
Oh
so
my God.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Moon Colony Bloodbath.
It's definitely the most hyped game in the final few weeks. It's popping up everywhere. I watched it. I don't know. When something is hyped so much, I'm a little bit skeptical. But
I remember way back when it was announced, it was number 1 on the hotness, and then it fell down. And at that time, I was like, But since it fell down, and I was looking into it again, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is interesting. And I do like that it's in every game is different, which like twists you put in and which troubles you put in, so you can't just like be prepared to do it. So yeah,
at least in the first 5-10 games.
Yeah, many I think. So
after that, you will probably figure them out. But
but you don't know which one I
play 10
and
times.
stuff like that.
What game do you play 10 times?
All right, that's my number 4.
All right, my top 4 games, I think they're a step above everything else, maybe even 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 steps. But the thing is, at least some of them are going to be really expensive, and I don't know if I'll get them. If I do, I'm hyped. If not, I'm happy to watch playthroughs of them. Let's start with number 4, a very big game, a very huge game, a game that people said revolutionized the campaign genre, and that is Aridia, A Path We Dare Tread. Aridia is like the newest, not newest now because it's been at least delivered to backers for a while now, but it's still not available for retail. It is a huge campaign game where it's infinitely open and infinitely customizable. You have miniatures where you put different heads on them depending on the race you want to be. I heard it's very open world. You can talk to NPCs. The combat system is weird. You can do a lot of stuff. It seemed like playing an RPG without actually playing an RPG. And that sounded exciting. There was So many maps, so many tiles, so many dice, so many options. The character development was crazy. Everything that I love to see, it's there. Midara is still looking at me from behind saying, you haven't even played me, you want to go to Aridia, but yeah, that is my number 4. I was initially very hyped. It was my number 1 for a long time, but then other games came that are more realistic for me to acquire, so Aridia is now number 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge game. I think I couldn't be hyped about it because I couldn't see when or how I would play it and stuff like that. And in general, I don't play those type of games as much, but it does sound very cool. All right, I'm starting to feel the zero crossover energy.
Yep. I don't think we have any crossovers now.
No. All right. My number 3 is Reiner Knizia. I know how we feel about him. Yeah. One of us maybe like him a bit more than the other one, but it is the Ra and Ride. I've seen a bit about how it plays. It looks just like a very, very straight-on Ra. It's like a flip-on ride where you play Ra, and each round you'll flip 3 cards. The lead player will pick one, and the other ones can pick from the other 2. They can pick the same even. And then you just, Ra style, you cross over different, it's the same types as in the normal Ra game, but it's just as a flipper ride. And the only thing you need to do to prepare it, give people a sheet and shuffle the deck. I do like that, and I hope it will also kind of reignite the energy for Ra for some other people I play with. So my number 3, Ra and
cool.
Right.
Actually, another game from Reiner Knizia was pretty high on my list. It was 19th.
Okay.
It's Iliad. It's a Greek mythology-themed duel game. Like a revamped version of Shoten Totem or Battle Line or something like that.
Yeah.
But not nearly good enough for my taste. My number 3 is realistically the only game from this list that I'll be buying, like with super hype. Garfield Games, Sam Phillips, with artist Sam Phillips, of course, is one of those games. It's a game with 16 different resources and what's not to be hyped about, and that is Scarabray.
Oh.
Yeah, Scarabray is another one of the ancient games, and it is, man, it's so cool. You have this tableau in front of you where you have 7 tiles that are similar between players, and then an 8th tile that's unique to every player. And what you do is on every turn, you have a worker, and you place him in one of those tiles, and you activate it. Then after you play 3 turns, you're going to get a second worker, and you're going to boom, boom. Then after a few turns, you're going to get a third worker, and boom, boom. And then you're going to get a 4th worker, and boom, 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 boom. And you do all this crazy stuff. You draft cards that can be different stuff, like workers to go work on the different action spots, or you can get hats that every hat can cover a worker, and you don't have to feed him at the end of the round. Then you're going to get some animals that you're going to cook to get different resources. Oh, man, it looked so smooth. It looked so Garfield, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I definitely love almost all their games, so this is definitely going very high on my... Probably, realistically, the one of the 10 that I will probably buy. Scarabray is my number 3.
And is it already out, or is it coming soon?
I have no idea.
All right.
But there are a lot of playthrough videos online. I don't see anything. Board Game Bliss says they have a copy of it for $62.
Yeah, it's not in any of the Danish online stores yet. All right, cool. I when I saw it, I thought, is this maybe a bit much? But maybe from what you're saying...
No, the way the resources work is not as awful as it make it sound. Yeah, it's not like that at all. Yeah,
cool.
It's mainly a resource conversion game.
Yeah. When you get it, I'm excited to try it. All right. My number 2 was very hyped about because it changes quite a lot a game that I really like, but apparently they promised to still have the same feel. And I will just read a little bit of what the designer says here. We really force ourselves to make the game radically different from the beginning, but it leaves you with the sensation of having played a duel of the White Castle. It doesn't have dice, it doesn't have bridges, you don't put members of the clan on the board. Everything has the atmosphere, the combos, and the tightness of the original, but in a different and new game that's equally addictive. I just thought that sounded cool. I really, really like the White Castle.
And what is the game, sorry?
The White Castle Duel.
Ah, okay.
Duet. Yeah.
Got it.
So it's just a 2-player version but you don't have dice or anything of riches instead. But you can still do like crazy combos and stuff. And I really, really like the White Castle, so I'm super hyped about this.
Yeah.
That's my number 2, the White Castle, Duet or Duel. I think I've seen it with both names.
Both. Cool. All right. Sounds good. My number 2 has been described by many as the most ambitious board game project of the century. I don't know if that will live up to its name, but it's definitely a designer and a publisher that, for me personally, my wrong opinion, has lived up to the expectations and the hype. And is none other than Jamie Stegmaier and Stormire Games with their upcoming game, Vantage.
Yeah.
Man, I saw Jamie explaining how the game's played, the 3 turns. Oh my God, this game looks so cool. You are stranded on an unknown planet. Each person, it's a co-op game. Each person is stranded on a completely different place, and you see a location in front of you. You can communicate with your players. You can tell them anything you can see, but you cannot actually show them your location card. Yeah. And then on your turn, you simply take an action, which can either be a location action, or it can be a character action, or it can be something completely different. And then, depending on what you choose, there are 6 different storybooks. But depending on the color of the action, the other player goes through and reads. And no matter what happens, you will succeed at the action you take.
Okay.
The thing is, how long will it take to do it? How many resources will you lose? How much morale will you lose? And this is just the whole grinding, exploring, and trying to stay alive to meet up with your allies and stuff. Every character in the game is fully asymmetrical. Every character can help one another. It just seems very, very, very ambitious. I love it. I'm 100% for it. I would love to try it. I would love to play it. I would love to buy it, hopefully. And Vantage is my number 2 game.
Yeah, I'm curious where we'll end with in price point, because it is also mostly cards, though, right?
6 books.
Yeah, but it's not like a lot of wooden metal components and stuff like that.
I don't know. There are.
It's not going to be cheap, but maybe it's not going to be too crazy.
I think there are a lot of dice in it.
Yeah, okay.
There are some wooden tokens. There are 4 per player, so 24 wooden tokens. Then there's 900 cards.
Yeah.
And then there's 7 books in total. A rule book and then 6 narration books or something like that.
All right. We'll have to see.
$100, $120, I would have to guess as an estimate.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, it's definitely a game that has gotten a lot of hype in, I want to say, the last 5 months, 6 months or whatever.
Yeah. And Jamie Stegmaier says he's been working on it for 8 years.
That's cool. Yeah,
I
remember that.
Crazy. Yeah.
All right. We're going to my number 1. Well, my number 1 is a game I have backed on Kickstarter, and I've been waiting for almost a year now, so it's natural to get more hype when you get closer. And it is Natera, which is a really, really cool worker placement. I think for me it will be the next step after Everdell, Wondrous Creatures, and so on. You have 4 rounds, which is seasons, where you do worker placements. You have different tribes, animals with different abilities. You have 1 big worker and 2 small workers. Each of the 4 corners of the map have some open worker placement spots, and whenever you go there, you go up on a track on that map, and once you reach spot 3 and 6, you unlock more worker placement spots that you will flip on that board. That will allow you to do other stuff, and it just looks really, really cool. The tribes looks super interesting. The big leader, the grounded leader, doesn't give you an ability to go where someone else is, but that's the only place where people cannot go. So if you place a worker, I can actually go there as well, but if it's your big worker, I cannot go there.
Okay, like a reverse ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of interesting as well. And of course, you cannot go where you already are yourself. So there might be some cases where you can actually use it quite strategically. You get all these resources. You build cards, Tableau Builder. We love it. You get new stuff, new abilities. You have a little quest board on the side. It looks cool. 10 different animal factions with different abilities. 180 cards. My number 1, Natera.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Cool. Why does it say area majority? Do you know? What is the... Is it something that you know of, or...?
I think it's because, when you are in these different areas, you go up on the tracks, which is technically
Okay.
You get
so it's a track.
yeah, you get a
okay.
token if you are highest on that track, and that token will give you some production in the
Okay.
end. So stuff like that.
Okay. That's
But
cool.
it is mostly just a worker placement and tableau builder.
And does it play solo?
I think it does, but
Cool.
I will double check while you think about what you're about to say now.
Ah, man, this game. It originally was not number one. In the original drafting, Aridia was number one. But then I looked into Scarabray more. Then Vantage finally got us a look through. And then something else happened, man. The first video game I ever played in my life,
Oh, okay.
all those years ago, got a remastered edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I got so addicted to it again. And then as that happened, Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era started popping up. And people, man, go and look at the score it has on BGG. You won't believe the score. How much do you think it is without looking at it?
I think I've seen it at some point.
Okay. Man, people are overhyping this game so much. So I'm like, let's have a look. And I watched the playthrough, man. Oh my lord. It is not what you only play 3 sessions of it. 3 games, 4 to 5 hours each, and you're done. And you can do it an infinite amount of times, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which means in like 12, 15 hours, I can finish a whole playthrough, and then I can restart it fully. Like this sounds like the new Mage Knight experience for me, because I can sit and play Mage Knight for 12 hours without a problem.
Yeah.
So if this gives me that, I'm hyped. In an Elder Scrolls theme, fully asymmetric. When you start the game, you create a character with a race and a class, and the combinations is like 12 times 10. That's crazy. Then add the magic system on top of it, which Elder Scrolls is very famous for.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Cheap theory games, so you know it's going to be like those tips that you like, that you love, that you've seen in other games. I mean, I'm extremely hyped. Of course, there's a solo version in it, of course, and a true solo version from what I understood. Very, very, very excited. I don't know if I'll get my hands on it, but if I do, I'm going to play the heck out of this game. My number one, Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era.
Definitely looks like a Nick game in many ways.
Yeah. Oh, man. 0 crossovers, man.
That is crazy.
Why? I was 100% certain you would have Recall in there. I was 100% certain.
Recall is just that I didn't hear
missed
about
it. Okay,
so.
yeah. And then I was also considering Scarabray. I mean, it is kind of what we like.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It didn't look bad or anything. It just didn't wow me, I think. So that's
and my third guess, what was it? Oh, it was Lord of the Rings: Fate of the Fellowship. I mean, you and Yona played the Pandemic. She loves Lord of the Rings.
I think I'm just still.
I thought you would be hyped for it.
In my head, I'm always I'm doing this, then I need to do this, then I need to do that, and that's behind another game for me right now, and that's just
okay.
And I was fine / liked the first season. I wasn't amazed, so I think that also kind of puts it down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, although I think the theme is cool, I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan in any way, so that's those things. Do you have some honorable mentions you want to mention?
I mean, whenever Martin Wallace comes up with a game, I'm hyped. So Eterna was my number 11.
Yeah.
I saw how it played. I wasn't impressed, but I trust in his design, so it was up there. Then on my 12th spot was Popcorn. It seemed like a new version of Showtime, which was like exciting because we I think we're the only 2 people in the world that play that game.
Yeah.
And then a few other were Wistwood, for sure, the new CGE game. It's a polyomino game where you just create your polyominoes and then you place them. So that's, and of course it's CG. And then Dr. Finn, which I'm not a huge fan of, is coming out with a game called Book of Solo Strategy Games.
Okay.
Where you get a book and you play all those different solo mini games until you complete the book. That also sounded exciting. 7 Wonder Dice, of course, because 7 Wonders is 7 Wonders. What about you? Anything on your list, on your short list?
Yeah, Sanctuary, the Neo Arc Nova game. I mean, we like a Nova a lot. I just felt Sanctuary might. I was more afraid that Sanctuary will not deliver.
Yeah.
Right. But if it does, that's pretty cool. And I mean, I will play it. I will probably get my hands on it. So, so that's that. Revenant being, you know,
everywhere.
Yeah. Also, we love Anachrony. We are very hyped about Tricarion trying that later year, and these all Mind Clash games. You know, they do these big games. I was also.
Isn't it like in the same universe or something? Voidfall?
I think
the
so.
Same universe as Voidfall. Yeah.
But it also, I don't know if it felt like the designer made that game and then they were like, yeah, we want it to be in the same universe, so we're gonna thematically. I don't know if I care too much about that part, but still, it looks cool, man, and very, very heavy. And then there was a little bit here and there. Norseman, which was a game that looked pretty cool with kind of like what's the name of the game? Where you flip cards until you almost burn. Mystic Veil. That thing, where you flip cards, you don't want to flip too many. It had that thing, but then it had it with like some worker placement thing, and the cover I think looked super cool.
Fun fact: Norseman is the game designed by Greek people.
Oh,
it's actually designed by the person that told me that Revive is going to be better than Terraforming Mars.
Okay, that's cool.
So, amazing designers, both of them. Like, it's Skellig Games, the publisher is.
Yeah. And then just quickly, just to mention some name, we have the Star Trek Captain's Chair, Flow, Adder's Dream, Luthier, These, a lot of them is more because the genre is what we play.
Exactly. I think
so. That's always.
I think they recycle the things we love.
Exactly.
And that's why we're gonna be hyped when they come out. Just to highlight a few of the good solo games that I noticed in there. One of them is called Hercules and the 12 Labors, going through the story of Hercules and this like flip and ride card crafting game. It seemed pretty cool.
All right.
And then Tomb Raider Crypt of Kronos is like a story following Tomb Raider in a solo adventure through tiling and dice chucking. It seemed also very, very interesting. Cryptborn, the final one, is like a print and play solo dungeon crawl where you make different shapes on the paper and you try to complete. Also something that probably only I would like, but yeah, they were still in my top 20 around there, so might as well mention them.
And I mean, we could keep mentioning, of course, games. So the reprints that I would put in top 10 if they came out this year for the first time, because I haven't played them, is of course Tricarion, which will be arriving to this beautiful house around October. Probably be delayed.
We need more shelves. Man, this guy.
Energy Empire, the new version.
Manhattan
Energy Empire. Yeah, so cool.
Awesome, man.
Should we fly a little bit?
Fly me to the moon. 5 on the Fly is what we do at the end of every episode, where we blindly pick 5 games one after another, and the other person tries to rank them without knowing what's coming next. So, without further ado, Ayub, shoot.
Yep. Your first game is Landmarks. The game...
Oh, Codenames version 2. Got it.
Basically,
yes. All right. I'll put her number 3.
All right. Safe and steady.
Yes.
You're next.
Well, not risking it with that one.
You're next. Is Slay the Spire.
Easy money. Number 1.
Yes, I knew.
If you haven't played it, people, play it.
Then your next is Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
I really, really want to love this game, but I can't. I'll put it on 4.
All right. Fair and square. Then...
If it's Terraforming Mars, I'm out of this house.
No.
Okay.
There's just a version of a game I haven't tried, and the original version of the game I like a lot, and you don't. So it's just fun that you... And it is Gardens of Alhambra. I felt there was something like that was coming.
Oh, you wouldn't like it. Trust me, man.
Okay.
Trust me, you wouldn't like it. Alhambra is good. I just don't enjoy playing it.
Man, I'm so happy that I have you saying that
Gardens
on
of
audio.
Alhambra. I'm editing the episode. I can easily remove what I just said.
Let's see if you will.
Yeah. But Gardens of Alhambra was not a good game.
Okay, cool.
And my number 2?
Your number 2 is Roll to the Top Journeys.
Okay. Okay. Just a chill roll and ride.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, nothing much. Roll to the Top Journeys. Yeah, I finished it in a day. Played it again. It was a campaign. I finished it in one day, and then it was 20 sessions. I just did it in one day. All right. You ready?
Right. No, hit me.
No. Wait, I need to open my little text here. Your first game is Empire's End.
Cool game. Has the thing, kind of like I mentioned with the, what's the Moon Colony Bloodbath, you're just trying to survive. A bit too much without getting that many cool benefits, so we'll put it in 4.
Empire's End in spot number 4. Your second game is Legend of the Five Rings, the card game.
Man, I did not like that. I think I would like it if I played it 500 times.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I'll put it in 5.
No, don't do that, man.
I know I shouldn't, but I do.
Don't do that. You still have 3 games to go. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, your next game. Oh my god, it's QE. I'll just say it, yeah.
I like QE.
I know you like
Yes.
it. That's why I'm worried.
Yes. Ho. We'll put it in 2.
You crazy person. All right,
Very
how about
interesting.
Millefiori?
Millefiore is a Reiner Knizia game.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool, yeah.
I haven't played it, but I know it. Yeah, know of it.
I don't think I would put it over QE, so for that reason alone, it's going in 3. Hit me with my number 1.
I'm happy with your number 1.
Okay?
I know you are decently. You definitely liked more than everything on the list.
Oh, okay.
I hope. Yeah, and that is Aeon's End.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Woo! I think I've placed them pretty good. Then.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, is L5R the worst of these 5?
Which one's it?
Legends of the Five Rings?
For me personally, I think if I would have to sell it to somebody, maybe not. But if I would play something tomorrow, that would be the one that I don't want to
Respectable.
play. Yeah.
Aeon's End, QE, Millefiori, Empire's End, and Legends of the Five Rings for Ayub. And then for
Perfect.
Nick, Slay the Spire, Roll to the Top Journeys, Landmarks, Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, and Gardens of Alhambra. All right. You want to do a quick round of our top 10 before we close, just so we can have an overview at the end?
Sure.
My top 10, starting from number 1, was Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era, Vantage, Scarabray, Aridia, Lord of the Rings Fate of the Fellowship, Unstoppable, Crafting the Cosmos, Recall, Above and Below Haunted, and Strategy 5.
Boom.
Yours?
Mine was Natera, The White Castle, Ra and Right, Moon Colony Bloodbath, Furnace Duel, La Patisserie Rococo, Deep Regrets, Raz, Sims, the board game, and Tent.
All right, cool. Awesome. That was, 0 crossover. I don't think we've ever had 0 crossovers.
We never had
zero crossovers.
But that's also exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. All right, that was it. Another episode came to an end. Man, I really hope we'd have at least a few crossovers. But yeah, these things happen.
Yeah, but it's good, I think. So you will hear us probably talk about a lot of these games in the future.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
we have more.
Most of mine will be in Essen, so
Yeah.
I will probably try and acquire most of them if
Yeah.
everything goes well.
I think most of mine as well, except the ones that I
Already ordered.
exactly and Rococo not, but I think I will eventually get it from a store.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you all once again so much for listening. This was Nick,
This was Ayub.
and you were listening to the Board Game Nerds podcast. See you next time.